Welcome to the Empowered Journey of You podcast, where we explore the intersection of health, entrepreneurship, and navigating a multi-passionate life. I am your host, Emma M Terrazas. I am a health coach for entrepreneurs, an actor and producer, and I'm right there with you, rocking the multi-passionate resume. So today I'm pumped to talk to you about consistency in your routines, mainly what consistency is, what it's not, maybe why, getting to the bottom of why you feel like you struggle being consistent. So, first of all, what we're talking about here is consistency in your healthy eating, your workouts, and your overall vision for being that really successful and impact driven business owner that you are. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Just like your business, you have to show up for it to work. You got to show up for your health if you want to feel stronger and truly just fall in love with your lifestyle and fall in love with who you truly are. And for me, that is goes back down to how you take care of yourself and what are these underlying thoughts that you have about your health that maybe is your reason why you aren't exactly where you want to be right now. And that's why we're getting to the bottom of it. So, what consistency is not? It is not perfection. It is not those amazing TikTok videos or Instagram reels that you see with you wake up and you meditate and then you have your coffee and then you go for a walk and then you do your stretch and then you pet your dog. Like it always looks perfect, but sometimes it's not perfect like that, right? It gets a little messy. And for me, what consistency means in my life is giving myself that time, that physical time to do whatever I need to do, in terms of going to the gym, making sure I'm eating enough. Because my personal goals are that when I audition for a very physical role, they can't say no to me because I look that good. And it's funny that I have a very aesthetic goal right now, even though I'm always preaching like it doesn't matter what you look like. It's about how you feel and how you perceive yourself. And there's room for you to have very physical and aesthetic goals. And it's okay to want to change your body. Like you can literally do anything that you want. But what's important is how you're viewing this process of consistency. So, anyways, it's not perfection. All right. If you feel like you struggle with the all or nothing mentality where, oh, I messed up 2 days, I didn't go to the gym, I need to start again on Monday. And that so you have a fresh calendar, like, no, that is just slowing down your progress. And this is one way I love thinking of consistency from a broader point of view and not just in a week. So, this is what I want you to do. I want you to look at your Google Calendar, or if you have a physical calendar, this works really good with a physical calendar, to be honest. And this is how I teach my clients to rewire their brain to think of consistency like this. It's when you do the thing you are set out to do for yourself. You go to the gym, you eat breakfast every day, you give yourself a little mark on the calendar, maybe a little star, whatever. You could also do it in your Google Calendar or wherever your main calendar is online. But you do that every single day, okay? Now, say a few days come and go and you didn't do what you meant to do. Okay? Whatever. Step one is moving on like nothing happened and continuing to show up as soon as you can. Like as soon as you realize, oh crap, I didn't eat breakfast this morning and that was my goal. Tomorrow I need to eat breakfast. You jump right back on as fast as you fell off. Okay. And another thing, I hate thinking about consistency as falling off the wagon or I'm falling off track. It's like, this is your life. Okay. How I like to think about it is sure, you're on a train track. Okay. And you're going towards your goals. And then you stop on the train tracks. You're not falling off track. You're not veering off track. You're on the track, but you stop. And then as soon as you jump back in, you continue to go. Okay. And so You're looking at all the ticks that you make. Oh, shoot, there's 4 days that you missed. There's no beating yourself up. Okay, it is what it is. I'm going to jump right back in. As soon as I figure out that I missed it, I'm going to continue my ticks. I'm going to continue my ticks at the whole end of the month and on the calendar. That's what I mean. Like, what tick are you talking about? So at the end of the month, you're looking at your physical calendar, or again, your Google Calendar, but I prefer the physical. And you see all of the ticks that you have created for the entire month. Sure, maybe there's a week where you had 3 days in a row, or there's a random day here, random day there that you didn't complete the task and you weren't consistent. But overall, for the month, you were. And that's what consistency truly is. It is long-term commitment to what you want for yourself. And another point that I really wanted to make here is if you struggle with consistency, there's 2 things you need to look at. One, your plan. Why do you keep stopping or falling off, struggling with consistency? I'm doing quote with my fingers here. Bunny ears, like quoting. Why do you keep struggling with consistency? Is it the plan, right? Is the plan just not tailored for you and you're trying to fit yourself into this box that is just not working, right? Number 2, your level of commitment to your goal. How committed are you to feeling your very best? I get it. Consistency is work too. This is kind of where I come in with some tough love. I'm usually very encouraging and I'm like, you got this, just jump right back in. It's no big deal, but like, it kind of is a big deal because just like you take your business seriously, you need to take your personal goals seriously too, because claiming them and saying, this is what I want for myself. I want to be stronger. I want to look like I work out. I want to see some muscle on me. I want to love the way I look in a bathing suit. I want my clothes to fit me. Like, I want to be confident in the work that I do and just be like magnetic to my ideal clients because I feel so amazing. You have to own that. And that takes work and consistency. So those 2 things are kind of, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. And I know that life gets really busy too. So I'm not saying, I hate also when people are like, well, you obviously don't care enough because you're not doing these things. It's like, no, it's freaking hard to change your habits. We know this. So it needs to be a balance of giving yourself grace, but also being serious about having a body and a lifestyle that you love and having your energy match your ambitions. Like, it takes work. And that plan that you have for yourself, if it hasn't been working, if you're struggling, maybe you do need to reconsider, okay, this isn't working for me. Like, I need to do something different, right? I also saw this one quote that I absolutely loved. I don't even know who wrote it, but I saw somebody post it. Another story of our lives. I don't know. I just saw a meme, but it reads, commitment is what the powerful, intelligent, and bold do while the weak contemplate. So there's no time for contemplation is my point. Is consistency is continuing to show up every day or whatever that means to you for your health routines, even if it feels hard, even if it feels like it's pointless, looking at the bigger picture of that month that we talked about, right? Every single day matters. Your habits compound. And that's what James Clear says too. He's the author of Atomic Habits. All of your effort compounds. So every single day, take it day by day, do what you can while you can, is something my nonna would also say. And check your commitment level, as in, am I committed to doing this no matter freaking what? And second, is your plan conducive to the lifestyle that you want to live? And maybe that's why you are struggling to be consistent. So I'm going to tell you a story about how I'm kind of inconsistent right now, but in my overall outlook on life, I am consistent. So with my health routines and lifting and eating enough is what I'm saying. So I am taking a break from lifting. It's almost been a whole month since I've lifted like really heavy. And I have been walking, swimming, playing basketball, even though I probably shouldn't even be doing that because I'm playing against all guys and they're like, they all have like 70 pounds on me, probably not that much, but not all of them. But yeah, that's probably probably not the best for my body. Be like mushing up against these big dudes. But I'm gonna edit that out. Probably shouldn't have said that. So I've been swimming, walking, doing yoga, of course, doing some like core and hip strengthening because there's nothing worse than being injured and wanting to get out there and get after your goals, but you're just stuck, right? Like you need to rest. You're basically forced to rest. And I'm not worried about it because first of all, up until now, I have been loving my routines in the gym. I've been training like an athlete out of the gym that I actually work for, D1 Training. I follow their online training program. So that's available to you too. If you want to talk about that, we can definitely talk about that. But so I've been training differently as an athlete where I'm really working on performance and strength and like movements that I used to do when I played lacrosse. And it's just so fun. I love training this way. So I have been consistent because I have renewed a new routine for myself. And it changes with the season. It changes with what I feel like is what I'm into right now, right? Sometimes I'm doing way more yoga than I am lifting. Right now I'm doing way more lifting than I am yoga, but now that I'm forced to do more yoga, I'm also loving that. So, point being, why I'm not freaking out that I haven't been lifting is because I know that this is where I need to be. I have been consistent forever and I'm not scared to quote again fall off track because I know that I'm just stopped right now and I'm working on other things. But like I said, one of my big goals too is when I'm auditioning for these very physical assassin like roles that I look the part. So how I'm also making sure that I'm ready for whenever is working on my mobility, working on my yoga, but also having really high protein, still eating enough calories. And honestly, I still feel like I see muscle regardless of the fact that I haven't lifted in about a month. I feel like that level of, how do I put this? That level of being able to kind of bounce back from different times and phases in your life takes work and it just takes time to learn how to eat in a way that is helping you keep and maintain the goals that you already have. So like I said, I'm eating high protein, great complex carbs. Like I'm eating a lot of quinoa and lentils, oats, potatoes, things like that. And just trying my best to get better so I can get back to lifting. And that is what consistency is staying true to your commitment to yourself and being realistic about the plan that you're following and being confident that you can continue to go and not beat yourself up that you weren't perfect. That's all you, right? Like, and I'm talking to myself as well. There's times, of course, I've been like, oh, especially in the beginning, after I graduated college and I stopped playing collegiate lacrosse, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to, like, why am I even going to work out? I've been training for my sport for so long. What do I even do? And I had to figure out that I want to train. And what was my commitment? Like, what was my why? It's because I wanted to train for life, for me to feel and be my best. And I knew that I wanted to be an actor and I was like, I have the physical abilities. I need to get my body to match my ambitions. And there's obviously roles for everybody out there. You don't have to be super strong to be an actor or whatever. But for my specific type, that's what I feel most comfortable with. And then also it helps showing up online and for you, if you want to be on stages, if you want to be talking more, if you want to be putting yourself out there more, you really getting into the consistency of a plan for you, wherever you get it, whether it's you, whether you and I decide to work together to figure out this plan, but you execute it and you feel your best, you're looking your best, and that energy is just helpable. People are attracted to you and your business, and you start manifesting what you want because you're feeling good. And at the end of the day, you know that you don't really need those things to be happy. You're happy as you are. And I think that's really the key to bringing in more success in your life, is knowing like, I'm good with or without it. Like, that's so powerful. So, all right, I know I went on a little bit of a tangent here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that this idea of consistency, what it is, what it isn't, that little tough love moment of, you got to check your goals. Like, are you actually committed to them? Are they sustainable? Do you feel connected emotionally and physically connected to these goals? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Is something you really need to look at for yourself if you are struggling with consistency. So I so appreciate you listening. Let's talk again in the next one, and see you soon.